What's going on, people? It's Mr. Bill back again with the previous show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, after Nottingham Forest's fantastic 2-0 win against West Ham, we travelled up to the Midlands, West Midlands, and this time against informed Aston Villa. Can Forest win? Get your score pictures in now, peoples. And before we do talk about the game, I want to shout out to my sponsors, to PW Plumbing and Gas. If you need any plumbing and gas work at your properties, please holler at my friend Paul. He's a big Nottingham Forest fan. So like I said, anyone, friend, family, yourself, anywhere in Nottingham, Mansfield, or anywhere around the UK, please message him. The link is in the description as well. It's a big help. But like I said, thank you very much to Paul Wright for being sponsors to the end of the season. And if you want to see the vlogs that I did when Forest won 5-5 against Aston Villa, I think that was 2000, I think it was, I don't know what it was now. If you did watch that game, the link
was it 2018? 2018, 2019 season?
Something like that. So if you do want to watch that vlog, I think it was one of the first season I started vlogging. Go and watch it as well. And I did put the vlog in from last season when we lost 2-0 at that place. But I do want to talk to Rich about the game that we won 2-0 at the City Ground as well. So if you do want to watch all the vlogs after this stream, please do watch him. Right, we've got the man himself. He's been here before. I thought last time he was confident. Like he thought Villa would get a result. But what happened? What happened, Rich? What happened?
Yeah, man. I always knew that, City Ground is a difficult place to go, and yeah, Villa just didn't play well that game. A lot of possession, but just couldn't get going with anything. And I'm sure we'll get into it, but with your front line, it causes any team problems. And on that game, it was, I think there were a couple of efforts. I think it was it Aina, the right back, who scored?
Yeah.
And then there was and then it was Mangala, was it?
Yeah, it's a stunner.
Yeah. That took a deflection, but at the same point, it was kind of the pressure that you guys put on us with regards to Villa's high line, Elanga getting in behind, and Awonyi causing problems as well. So yeah, you did a job on us that day. Villa just couldn't get going. Had a lot of chances, like a lot of half chances, but just couldn't get going. But I think one thing with Villa this season is when we've had a disappointing performance, that probably wasn't our worst performance of the season. I'm probably saying Newcastle at home was probably our worst performance of the season. But when we've had a bad performance, we've always bounced back with a few decent results. So yeah, it was a good win. Though you thoroughly deserved it.
Like I said, people, Forest won 2-0, but like I said, I asked Rich about Villa season since we played them. So if anyone Forest fan that do want to answer, give questions to Rich, please do. And if you want any super chats towards my channel as well, it'd be nice as well. But before I do, just go through the chat. Okay, how you doing, Colin? I hope you're well. If you want to be a member to my channel as well, it helps my channel a lot. Davey, legend, he's on my channel. Another legend, good evening, Mr. Hope you're well. I'm always well. I'm loving life. Hadi, another legend. He's been in the channel since 2017. Absolutely legend. Rich Razdad, legend as well. Katie, 1-1 from Jackson. Yes, Jackson. Shout out to Jackson as well. Chris, even though would love another win, but thinking of a draw. Come on, Chris, we won. We can beat Villa this time. We can beat him this time after last season. Poor second half more than anything at the ground. Good evening, friends. Come on, Red Forest are magic. We are magic as well. We are magic. Peter, hi, Don Rich. I'm going for a 1-0 win. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? 1-0 win. I would love that. Paul, catch you evening, or we can beat Villa 1-0. I would love that. We can do it. And Jamie's evening. Hope you all, Jamie, as well. Peter, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button as well. It is massive help. And as well from Mark, smash the like button and subscribe, friends. Please do. It will be massive help. And as well, from Mark, Villa lost because they're lacking John J. Shelby. Oh, don't talk about that bloke. Shocking. That was bad memories from last season, but please don't talk about that. Before as well, Richard's got a YouTube channel as well. So people go and subscribe to Villa Park Pod. Talk about your channel before we just talk about the game, Rich.
Yeah, it's going from strength to strength. To be honest, we do match similar to you, mate. We do match reactions, match previews. We've got our preview coming up after this show in about 40 minutes. We do kind of transfer rumor shows. We do fans forums. So yeah, we're pushing on 3,500 subscribers very soon. So yeah, come along. You're more than welcome. And yeah, get help us grow the channel.
Like I said, people, his link is in the title, Villa Park Post. So what you're going to do is click on it, subscribe, and come back. That's what you need to do. It's good to support other YouTube channels as well, even if they are rivals as well. But please do, massive help, and subscribe to Villa Park Road. But like I said, I'm going to go through as well. Anthony, all the way from Australia. I haven't heard for a long time, Anthony. I need to get on my show. So if you can, message me on Instagram if you can. I'd love to know. Gordon, I'm going for 5-5. Aston Villa fan. Aston Villa fan who scored 4 goals. Who scored 4 of their goals? Who made an assist? Joe Lolly.
I know Joe Lolly scored a few. I know Lewis Graben scored a few for you, didn't he? That
I've got
night.
2. Matty Cash got 1.
Yeah.
João Carvalho got 1. What a game!
I think Tammy Abraham scored a few for Villa
He
that
scored
day.
4. He scored 4, didn't he?
Yeah. Tammy and El Ghazi got 1.
Right. So before, like I said, people, if you we're doing this for 25 minutes show, so please get your questions in as well. Like I said, we beat you 2-0, Rich. But since then, how's Villa been?
I mean, it's been phenomenal, to be honest. I can't say anything else. I mean, after that game, I'm just trying to remember when it was. Was it October?
October, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we had some ridiculous results since then. Beating Man City, beating Arsenal. You know, we broke our home winning record in history, and it actually came to an end against Sheffield United of all teams when we drew 1-1 in terms of our winning run. But
how could you just draw with Sheffield United?
Honestly, it's just typical, isn't it? You beat Man City and Arsenal, then you draw against Sheffield United. It's just crazy. But yeah, it was kind of off the back of. So we played Arsenal at the beginning of December. We played Man City and Arsenal at the beginning of December, and I think the effort that they put into those games was just crazy. And kind of after that, we were winning games. We were picking up points. You know, we beat Brentford. We beat Sheffield. We beat Burnley at home, and we got a couple of decent results away from home as well. But we weren't quite playing as well as we could have done. And then it sort of Boxing Day, we obviously got that bad defeat against Man United, and we've been on a little bit of a dodgy run, and not great performances. Obviously losing to Newcastle at home, and losing in the FA Cup to Chelsea at home. So, but since that Man United, we beat Sheffield United 5-0. Obviously, that was a good result. And then the Man United game, we lost, even though we lost 2-1 at home. It kind of seemed like a turn in performance, and then and since then we've gone on to beat Fulham, moved back into that top 4 spot, and it seems like we've come out of that bad run. Now this game on Saturday is going to be the real test to see have we actually really come out of that run, because we've kind of won 1, lost 1, won 1. Now we need to kind of go and back that up and get back-to-back wins. If we get the back-to-back win on Saturday, we get the win. Then I really do think we can really push for that Champions League spot. But in terms of the season, it's been incredible. I mean, we're on 49 points from 25 games. We're in with a shot of the top 4. Even if we don't get that top 4 spot, if we come 5th or 6th, it's still a fantastic season. So yeah, just to be in with a shot, it's brilliant.
I've been impressed with your midfield, David Luiz. Is Douglas Luiz?
Douglas Luiz, yeah.
Yeah, and the guy John McGinn. I'll tell you right now, Rich. Right, again, I thought it'd be a flop for Because when you got promoted to the Premier League, how long have you been in the Premier League since it was the Championship? Is it 3 or 4 years now?
4 years. It's 5 years now, I think. So 2019, the 2018-19 season. That's when we got promoted.
Yeah, so about 4 years.
Yeah, you're talking about 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought like John McGinn would be a player, 2 good seasons for you, and then he would just like drop down. But he's just getting better and better. And that partnership, I said with Luiz, I'm liking it. But what's your thoughts on them two?
I think exactly the same as you, mate. I think, John McGinn we've signed him for £2.5 million in the Championship from Hibs, and every season he has. I totally agree with you. He's got better and better and better as every season's gone on, and obviously he's the captain now. And when John McGinn has a good game, Villa have a good game because he's like the heartbeat of the team almost. With Douglas Luiz, he's got that touch of class, and you could always see like I used to get really frustrated with Douglas Luiz because you could always see there was this ability, this player in there like 2 or 3 years ago. You could see like if he just gave a shit a little bit more, like 10-20% more, he would be brilliant. And now, for whatever reason, Emery seems to have unlocked that in him, and he is one of the top midfielders in the Premier League. There's no doubt about it. And yeah, he's got everything. He can pass, he can score. He can dictate games. He can play in the deeper midfield position. He can play further forward. I think he's got 7 or 8 goals in the Premier League this season. Obviously, he does take penalties as well, but even so. And if you look at some of the pass that he put through to Ole Watkins against Sheffield United with the outside of his foot, I mean, he's just got
class. That's class, Rich.
Yeah, he's just unreal. Where he's got a slight weakness, and him and Kamara, Boubacar Kamara, obviously he's injured for the rest of the season now, which is a big blow. Yeah, so he's out. So where they have got a slight problem is when they come up against physicality in midfield. If they don't stamp their authority on a game, that's where they come unstuck at times. So that's why I'm worried about teams like Nottingham Forest, where they've got that combative nature in midfield. They can get amongst you, they can put it on you. If Villa if Luiz doesn't dictate his game from the start, he finds it very difficult to kind of get into the game from that position. That's why Newcastle do well against Villa. That's why Liverpool do well against Villa, because they're on you straight away, and that's where sometimes Luiz can struggle. But yeah, he's a brilliant footballer.
You talk about like I watched it when you play Sheffield United and you absolutely destroyed him first half, and I was like this. Not because you played good, because it was Sheffield United, because I bloody hate Sheffield United. I want them down. Watkins, I'm a massive fan of him. Do you think, like I said, is he in the English squad now? Do you think he can be your number 9 for the future, or do you think, like, I don't want to be disrespectful to Aston Villa at all, but do you think like teams like, I know Chelsea are lacking, Arsenal are lacking, do you think you're worried about them kind of teams will take him?
I mean, he's just signed a new contract, so he's just recently signed a 4-year contract. However, every player's got their price, haven't they? Every player.
That's what I'm asking, because he's the number 9.
Yeah, and like it's a difficult one, because if, for example, an Arsenal came in and said, right, we'll pay 100 million for Ole Watkins, which on the back of a 4-year contract, he's scored double figures in the Premier League for 4 seasons in a row, you're probably going to be asking for that. Would we take it? Probably yes. But in terms of Villa, like if we can get the Champions League, we'd probably be looking for a striker to come in alongside or as well as Ole Watkins, rather than to replace Ole Watkins. Now, with regards to him as a player, he's another one who's got better every single season.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he still frustrates Villa fans in a lot of ways, because the problem with Ole Watkins is he's good at everything, but he's not outstanding at anything. So, like, if you look at, say, Awoniyi, he's got the physicality, he's got the pace.
Rich, you're not having him.
I know you can't, but when he's on his game, you can't touch him. Like, he's unbelievable, but obviously he doesn't stay fit. With Ole Watkins, he can hold the ball up pretty well. He can run in behind pretty well. He's pretty fast. He's a pretty good finisher. He can go out wide. He can cross it. He's pretty good at everything, but he's not outstanding at anything. And that's where sometimes Villa fans get frustrated with him, because there's some games where he doesn't hold the ball up well enough, or there's some games where he misses really good chances, or he goes a few games without a goal. But what he does do is he works really hard at his game. He works really hard every game, and he keeps getting better and better. So he deserves all the credit at the moment. He's doing brilliantly. But yeah, absolutely, one of the big boys, I'm sure, will be looking at him. And apparently, he's an Arsenal fan, so it's a difficult. I'm sure it will be difficult if they come up with the money.
100%. I'm sorry. I've got something. Kevin, even Ben, glad you're the cup has gone. I've got it now. So that's Keith. Sorry, mate. Gordon says that mullet shirt was one lads. Ian Taylor times. Was it Ian Taylor?
Ian Taylor, yeah. This shirt here, yeah.
Yeah. Ian Taylor, 90, midfielder.
Yeah, 90. This was 90.
Wait, no, he's rubbish. No, I'm sorry, he's rubbish. You know why I say that?
Didn't he play for
them?
Port Vale and Derby.
Yeah, them. He's an awful player. Sorry, I had to say that. Great player for Villa.
Villa legend.
Yeah, Villa legend, but still reject for the time. Of course, from going, Mr. Villa fan. Where did Ollie start his career? No, not Brentford. Where was it?
Exeter.
That's it. He comes from Exeter. Remember, it was League 2, scoring goals for fun. D said,
well, I think he was at Exeter, and then he went to like Western Supermare or something in like the Conference South, and then he got his break to go to Brentford, I think.
Forest could be anyone. It's the mistakes at the back. We lost 3-2 six times the sim we have, and I don't want to lose 3-2 this time to Villa. I want to win. We need to win. First time at Villa Park was Forest against for Swerve at FA Cup. Forest was 6-0. Bloody hell! Oh, what was I born? Was I born with the Reds? Please hit the like button if you can as well, please. And please, if you have any questions for Rich, please do. Let's talk about your manager. Like I said, he's not too bad. Is I rated him, and I'm still surprised that like Villa got him, but he's been great for you, hasn't he?
Honestly, mate, he's unbelievable, and he's as good as we've praised the players, and they've got better and better. It's all about the manager. With Villa, and sometimes a manager comes into a club and it just feels right. It just feels like the right timing. You know, obviously it went wrong for Steve Cooper, but when he came in the Championship, it felt right, and you went on a ridiculous run, didn't you, at Forest? So it's similar to that with Emery. Like, we obviously had Steven Gerrard. I thought that he would be good for Villa. I thought he had the right credentials, but he didn't work out, and it hasn't worked out for him so far. But Emery came in at the right time, and he just kind of got us. He got the fans, and he was probably too good for Villa in terms of his kind of pedigree. But he's because of that, he's demanded that everyone gets up to that level, and that's what's been so good. And if you look at it, I think it's something like 25 games he was in charge. In 25 Premier League games he was in charge last season, and he got 49 points out of them. And then this season we've had 25 games and he's got 49 points so far. So, I mean, you just have to look at the 2023. If it was the calendar year, Villa would have been third in the league. So it's just crazy what he's done at the club. And, 16, 17 home wins in a row it was. Fourth in the table. Europa Conference League,
I'm jealous now. I'm a bit jealous now. You're saying all this stuff.
It's honestly, it's just mad. It's absolutely mad. And sometimes I'll get a bit annoyed when we lose, and I was.
How do you think I feel, Rich, when we lose? How do you think you feel? You lose. How do you think I feel?
I know, but you do. And I look at these Arsenal fans, and they're crying because they got beat in the Champions League and stuff like that, and you do think, like, bloody hell, like, stop, don't be so entitled sometimes. But it is, once you kind of taste that standards, you want to try and keep to those levels. And yeah, it's just brilliant.
100%. As a Rebel fan, like I said, I always tell about the opponents about Forest. There's quite two questions in one, I'm going to say. Will Nuno get a hard time at Villa Park with the Wolves connection? What's your thoughts on Nuno? Because, like I said, he did fantastic for Wolves. He come to Forest. He beat Newcastle. He beat Man U. He beat West Ham. He's doing well in the FA Cup. What's your thoughts on him?
I think he's a good manager. I've always liked him. I thought he was good at Wolves. I think, again, he was probably a manager that you needed at the time with regards to, you know, Cooper going and Nuno coming in, like that type of manager. He's got a set way of playing. He keeps teams organised, and the forward line that you've got really suit what Nuno likes to do. You know, he likes to keep it tight at the back. He likes to hit teams on the break, and you've got a perfect formula for what he likes to do. If you look at his best period at Wolves was Jota, Neto, and Jimenez,
I hate Jota.
or
I hate
Traore.
Jota. I know he's got a bad injury with Liverpool, but he always scores past Forest all the time. So I hate Jota.
He always, yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, you know, he's so annoying because he just always used to score. But yeah, he just had, and he's got those players with you guys. He's got Gibbs White, he's got Hudson-Odoi, he's got Awoniyi, and he's got Elanga. Perfect players for Nuno style. So I'm not surprised that he's got good results for you. And now you're kind of, I guess, looking more up the table as opposed to looking behind you. And yeah, you know, you've got a good side. Like I always thought that you got a good side, and it's just, I guess it was just about reconnecting that home form, wasn't it? Particularly for you guys, and hopefully that'll happen for you, and you stay in the league. Because
what's your verdict,
Forest?
Rich, what's your verdict? Like I said, I think point deduction. I think he'll be coming. But
do you think that? I don't really know too much about it. Do you think that'll happen?
Yeah, I think it will happen. If I'm honest, Forest fans in the chat might disagree. What do you Forest fans? Do you think? I'll do a video about that soon. But
I guess it depends on. I guess it depends. It obviously depends on that, and it depends on the situation with Everton. If they get it reduced to like 5 points, then it could end up being 5 points for you guys. It depends on the seriousness. I mean, I hadn't realised that you'd lost your last, like you won the last game. Did you win the last game? Yes, you beat West Ham. But before that, you'd lost 3 out of 4, hadn't you? So I didn't realise that you'd kind of lost a few games, but 24 points. I think you'll be absolutely fine. Personally, Burnley and Sheffield United, they're just terrible.
That's the problem, Rich, because I said Sheffield United, Burnley, I think they're down. But the teams I said, Luton, I know Luton lost 4-1, and I'm happy about it. But we got Luton, Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, a few more teams down there. It's still going to be a hard season for
what I like. I mean, I know you're on 32 goals at the minute. Palace are only on 28. Everton have only scored 27. You've got goals in you, and if you keep Awoniyi fit, I think you'll be absolutely fine. But I mean, I'm surprised that you are there, because every time I've watched Forest play, I thought they looked good, man. I think you look really good. But as your comment there said, you've lost a lot of games by the odd goal, which is
3-2.
Yeah, which is obviously
5 times. I think 6 times we've lost 3-2.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I think you'll be fine.
I hope so. Before, like I said, before we do leave, I'm going to get Rich's score predictions. But one question is, like, do you think Villa will get top 4?
Yeah, I do.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Yeah, we've been having this conversation on our channel for about the last month, and every week we'll say, "Do you think we'll get it? Do we think we'll get it?" Because someone in the chat will ask it. And I've said yes. I've maintained that all the way through. And I think we will do it by getting 4th, because there is obviously a chance that 5th place gets it. But I think there's enough games in there for us to. I don't think we'll have the same. I don't think we'll accumulate the same points as we did in the first half of the season. I think we'll lose. I don't think we'll quite match that. But I do think we'll probably hit around about 75 points, which I think will be fine for top 4. It'll depend on. We play Tottenham at Villa Park. We don't play Man United anymore. We play Tottenham at Villa Park. We play Chelsea at Villa Park, and we play Liverpool at Villa Park. And I'd probably say we need to win two of those 3 games to say whether we do.
Bloody hell, so Richie thinks he gets top 4. I'm so jealous of this talk what you're doing, Richie, man. Like I said, top 4, Europa, you're talking about Champions League football. I'm jealous. Forest fan, are you jealous of this? I am. Right, people, I've done a poll. Who's going to win? Aston Villa, draw, or Forest? So far, 44 have voted. 11% says Villa, 30% says draw, 59% says Forest. Forest will win. So, Forest fans in the comments, what do you think the score will be on Saturday? Richie, what's your score? Literally, make sure you're wrong because you got it wrong last time.
Yeah, I know I did. Look, I've just said, like you guys, I really like Gibbs White. I really like Awoniyi. Obviously, Hudson-Odoi is starting to hit some form as well. But at the same time, you've lost, like you said, the people in the chat have said, you've lost a fair few games, like 3-2. So there's obviously goals there that you concede. And Villa, like I say, have kind of, I hope, turned a corner. Like we're playing with that tempo that we used to play. Jacob Ramsey's starting to play really well again. Leon Bailey is just absolutely flying.
I like him. I like Bailey.
He's my favourite, man. He's my favourite.
Don't worry, we've got Nuno Tavares in your back pocket.
I like that Murillo as well for you.
Exactly. Watkins going to get sniff.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to say... I'm going to say 2-1 Villa. I'm going to say 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa. The thing about Villa, I've been to Aston Villa 3 times and I've not won a game yet. I went to 5-5, 2-2.
Yeah, I was there, that one. That's in the Championship.
Yeah, it was Lansbury.
Lansbury. Yeah.
Velios. Forest fans, can you remember that game? It was 2. What a game. What a game that was.
Good game, yeah. Some really good goals. I remember Rudy Gested scored
that guy. He's another guy that always scored past him.
He was terrible for Villa, but he scored a great goal on that day. Yeah.
Hate it. Before going, I'll get my score prediction in. I think it'll be, I don't know, I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be another draw for Forest fans. I think it'll be 2-2. It's gonna be,
I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I would not be surprised because Nuno does well against Villa. And those tactics, those tactics that you will employ are tactics that can get one over on Villa, if you know what I mean. Like we don't then generally do too well with pacey wingers and strong midfielders.
So what about number 5-5? Rich, should you go for that?
That would be a hell of a game, wouldn't it?
No, that'd be crazy. There's people, like I said, if you've not saw that vlog, the vlog's in the description. The 5-5, the 2-0 when we lost last season, and the 2-0 that we won this season. So if you want to watch all them vlogs, go and check them out. Link is in the description as well. Rich, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for taking your time. He's doing a podcast as well, people, on his show. So please go and watch his show. If you want to do some Forest talk, please do. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel. The link is in the title. So please, all you got to do is go to his channel and click it, and you can watch it. What time does your show start?
9:45, so about 15 minutes.
So go and watch, please, Forest fans, go and give Rich some stick if you can. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, Rich, for coming channel, and hopefully you not lose on Saturday, but hopefully you do get top 4. But it's good to see a Midlands team do get a top 4, and I do hope you lot get it because of Matty Cash.
Yes,
I know all that.
He'll be playing on Saturday as well.
Don't worry about it. We've got Hood still having back pocket as well, so I'm not worried about that. No, Lango. No, Hood's doing.
Yeah,
we'll have him back pocket. It's been a pleasure, Rich. Make sure everyone goes subscribe to Rich, and if you are rewatching this, get your score predictions in the comment section as well. And one shout out to Paul Wright, Plumbing Gas. If you're listening to anyone that only wanted plumbing gas and work, please do. The link is in the description as well. Right, I'll be there on Saturday as always. Hopefully I can win. I can witness Forest beat Aston Villa at last. I like Villa because they're a good stadium, and as well as won the Champions League as well. So we've got so much things in common with them as well. And like I said, they've got a great stadium, fantastic stadium. But I want to win. Get with button 3, and because these points are looming, so we need a massive win. Next show, like I said, the vlogs will be out, the Mac reaction as well, and the review show that will be Sunday at 9 o'clock. So watch out for that as well. So make sure you do subscribe to my channel. Please do hit the like button as well. Can Forest win at Villa Park? We need a win. Thank you for watching, people, and I'll see you on Saturday. Peace and love. Up the Forest.